Now, more than 100 people went to trial following an investigation that started in 2015 when Thai authorities discovered 36 bodies, mainly Rohingya refugees, in a mass grave on the border with Malaysia. Well, for more on this, we can speak to Amy Smith. She's the Executive Director at Fortify Rights, a non-profit human rights organisation based in Southeast Asia, and joins us from Bangkok. Amy Smith, good to speak to you. So just how bad is the situation for refugees in Thailand and across the region?
Yes, for us, we've been documenting the situation for Rohingya Muslims who have been trafficked throughout the region for several years. As we've talked to them, they've told us of horrific abuses that they've suffered at the hands of traffickers, of being held on boats for weeks at a time, stranded without food or water, being brought to jungles and held in cages by armed guards. In some cases, people told us about witnessing their loved ones being murdered in front of them. So the abuses are quite extensive, they're horrific, and they should never have happened in the first place. We're encouraged that Thailand is doing something to try to bring these people to account.
And you say you're encouraged, but is this enough? This investigation started back in 2015. It's been a huge trial in Thailand, but do you think there's been enough impetus from the authorities to try and really crack down on this kind of smuggling?
Yeah, it is a significant step for Thailand in terms of ensuring accountability, and we're hopeful that this step does send a strong signal to human traffickers or potential traffickers that Thailand is serious about combating human trafficking. However, there is a long way for Thailand to go. For us, we documented a massive operation that included the trafficking of tens of thousands of Rohingya refugees and Bangladeshis during a 3-year period. The loss of life was quite significant, and it was more than the focus of what this trial stood for. So this was a big business with big money and big people involved. So there's very much reason to believe that not everyone who is involved in this business was held to account during this trial. So until Thailand really takes action to bring all perpetrators to account, there's reason to be concerned that we could see a resumption of this business in the future.
Now, of course, Amy, the plight of refugees is a story that we've been talking about for years across the world, but in particular in Thailand and in Southeast Asia. How are refugees received and how do they fit into civil society once they get from the country they're escaping to the country they want to be in?
Thailand does need to do more. All countries in this region need to do more to recognize and protect refugees. At the moment, Thailand does not recognize refugees. Many of the Rohingya refugees who had ended up here through the trafficking rings were held in detention for the entire duration of the trial, and some still remain in detention to this day. So that goes to show you just the level of lack of protection for refugees in Thailand. Thailand has a lot to do to try and correct that record and try and ensure protection for refugees.